This project has been about empowering these children to tell their own story, to explore local heritage, and through creative forms of graffiti, of storytelling, of poetry, to be able to convey who they are and their communities and their own unique narratives in a kind of bold and confident form. I always say to students, don't let anybody tell your story for you. You're the one that can authentically narrate to the people who you are and what you represent. How do these dusty old books and the words of Shakespeare relate to modern children, modern kids of today? But actually, the concept of storytelling is something that will forever be relevant to people of today. George Dawson's vision of everything to everybody. Let's face it, everything isn't for everybody. And in fact, we live in a polarized society where inequality is rife. So we shouldn't really beat around the bush. And this project for me was about confronting the kind of inequality and injustice perhaps that we see in society, in the places where we live. And to use the vision of George Dawson of everything to everybody and the work of Shakespeare, I think is a great way to kind of dissect things really and bring to the surface. How can the work of Shakespeare and the vision of everything to everybody really explore these modern day issues of multicultural society and the issues that exist? I'm a former student of this school, so it was really quite an exciting thing to do, to deliver a 5-week-long program, a rich program that was really a radical approach to the teaching program, where we're using graffiti and all these other art forms to really drill down to the kids the value and the importance of narrating their own stories. And I think that's really the spirit of everything to everybody, that empowering everybody to kind of celebrate themselves and celebrate the things that they should have access to. These are important questions. As nice as it sounds, everything to everybody sounds like a nice fluffy statement. What does it really mean? Let's drill down further. And we have to question and be honest that actually the reality is everything doesn't belong to everybody. And inclusiveness is what this is about, but let's really try to make it more than just a nice statement. And this project, I feel, these kids were very fortunate to have access to the artists that I brought in, and this project that's been spearheaded by University of Birmingham and all these other partners, to be here in inner city Sparkbrook in Birmingham and Balsall Heath. I think that in itself has been a kind of an act of subversion, if you like, where we've given this exclusive access to something that these kids perhaps would never even think of being available to them.